Hello everyone and welcome to the Refresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore. And I'm with the hottest battler in the UK and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki. So yeah, Ayumu,
Hello.
how are you doing today?
I'm just chilling with the air conditioner on. I think outside is probably like 30 something Celsius degrees.
Oh my goodness, you are.
I'm just gonna check really quickly right now. Let's see. Oh, it's only 27. Yes, because it's rained today. Because it's rained today. Yes.
Well, yeah, but at least you are back in the place where there is civilization.
True.
Yeah.
True. At least it's livelier than where I used to stay. I mean, actually, to be fair, not really, but at least it's more fun. That's for sure.
Yeah. Don't know why. I think like because Asia is a little bit more densely populated, so it's like if you are bored, then you are not that far from finding like something that you would like. But yeah, I mean like as long as you're in the city, of course. Like I mean like I've been in the countryside and it's a little bit tough, but compared to Germany, I mean like even if you go to like the large city, it's like yeah, if you look hard enough, then yeah, you probably will be able to find like a strange store that sells lots of the old consoles and old Pokemon games, or you just need to wait until you you hear about it from like a random YouTube video somewhere.
Oh my god! Don't even mention it. I spent like you did the same. We spent £250 on the Diva playset, the BSC 41.
Oh, okay.
And then today, just on the opposite street, I found the same playset sold. Guess how much?
Yeah, I think I was. How much was it again? I wonder. Let me do my math a little bit.
We bought the set with £250.
So was it like?
Was it that much? Was it that much actually? I think it was.
I'm not sure either. I've lost.
How much did you pay? How much did you pay?
Let's see. I will need to open my bank statement because I'm a responsible adult. But I guess I will give a guess, and it will probably be at least like £100 now. I guess I mean like with all the chase cards and the price dropping.
Yeah.
Or was it worse?
Actually, let me try to. You know what? I'll find it as well. Find it as well. Now that I talk about it, suddenly I feel not very confident. Let's see. No. This one. Oh, right.
Goodness. The densely populated city is showing its true colors.
Yes, indeed. It was. Oh my god. Okay, I spent £230 on the set, which is probably around €220 for you. And today I found the same playset, which is only selling for. I'm gonna cry. Which was only selling for £88.
Yes. Well, I mean.
So basically, I paid for more than half of what I can get now for the same things.
Yeah, that's life. That's I mean that's again an event. It is not us that is buying it too expensively. It's them that they are selling it too low. You need to get into the store and ask the seller like, no, this can't be this low. You need to raise the price. You are losing money this way. You are doing bad business.
I mean, well, to be fair, it's been like 4 months.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. It's been 4 months, and I think the chase cards this time is a little bit. I mean, like it's a little bit pricey. Not a little bit pricey, but I mean, like it's a little bit appealing, the chase cards. So I think more people are opening them as well.
Yeah, and then like the shop that I found, like they're not selling the cards directly. It's more like they're renting out the space for the people to sell the individual stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know that one in like there's one in Singapore that I really like to come to. As they always sell like the most random thing. I found like the Janken dice there.
Yeah. Actually, no. From there, that's where I also like. I bet you don't even know this exists, but I found. Right. Actually, so you know about the Other World format, right? I found a deck made exclusively for the Other World format. Officially, and that means the card was printed with the logo that says it's for Other World format.
Ooh.
I found a whole deck of that for just £11.
Nice.
Yes, like it's actually like it's so hard to believe that it is even official because I can't even find anything about it on the Japanese wiki. Like they didn't say like, oh, this card was printed as an official Otherworld deck, stuff like that. No, they didn't say that. But somehow I found it just opposite my home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this guy is selling a lot of stuff. Like I was checking just now, he was selling number contract for
okay.
Yeah, they were selling a number contract playset or like a deck for £30.
That's not bad.
Well, I think that's excluding BS6, but yeah, still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean like
So,
it is not that bad.
Yeah, but like he's also selling the CB27 Gundam aerial cards for £45, just like for CB27.
Oh, CB27 is the new one, right?
Yeah. But like so. Oh my god! If he's also only selling, if he also selling CB25 one, I might consider.
Yeah, if it's CB25 one, I will definitely get that as well.
Yeah.
It's the important stuff. We need the Gundam aerial.
Oh yeah. So like he got a lot of cheap stuff. Like he got Saraswati and stuff like that. He got Lakshmi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakshmana is another character.
Oh my god, no. Actually, yeah, I know. Actually, no. He was selling a phone Nina deck for £75. Like, if I haven't got the C for this, I actually would have bought it. Yeah, and then like he was also selling Ray Over with like one secret in it. That was for £132.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this is pretty good. Like this was actually where I first bought my Aikata cards because like during that time, like it was the release of BSC35, and then people realized that Lucky is like freaking stupid. It's very useful stuff like that. So in Hong Kong, it raised to as much as £11 per card, and that's about €10. And then but at the shop opposite my home, they were only selling for £8.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like they were just selling stuff really cheaply, and then it's only I who know that this place exists. Thumbs up. Nice.
How come? In the age of internet, that is some pretty wild stuff.
I mean, it's not like people are advertising. like that.
True.
It's literally just like selling it locally. So yeah, this is Hong Kong for you. And yeah, next week I'll probably like also go to the. Actually, next week we're cracking open a carton of BSC 41.
Yes, finally.
Just gonna see what I'm gonna get.
Yep. Let me know if you got the Veena and the Lakshmi. The Lakshmi one is I kind of wanted to.
I can
Probably
sell the Lakshmi one. The Veena one I might keep it to myself.
No.
I mean, I do have an Ice Princess deck, so.
Yeah. No, I already canceled my case order. Nah, yeah, because yeah, I mean like the only problem is like no, I didn't get. I mean like I haven't ordered, so it's like just I was talking with Amami and I did not get a clearance for the funding, so
Oof.
so yeah, I mean like I at my current finances it will be a little bit tough to afford everything by myself, so I just split everything with Amami usually, right?
Yeah.
I think if I split it with more than one other people, it will be pretty complicated. And I mean, like I am at the age where I will pay for convenience, and that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like it's going to be convenient at all. Because now, yeah, I have to be fair to three other people. For example. And then now I have to think how to split this, like who will get to keep like the rest of the stuff. And like with Amami, it's easy, right? I'll just keep rest of the stuff. If he needs anything, then he just tell me and I'll send it to him. It's that easy.
Yeah.
It's that easy. He's basically my son now. Basically, like whatever my son needs, I'll just send it to him. I like that.
Sure. Do you need another son?
Not really. But if you want to be like a joint custody parent for Awam, yeah. Yeah. But that is always like I mean like the price for BS is still generally for the whole collection usually it kind of depreciates, but I kind of like just accepted that now. Mostly because I know that if I didn't buy it now, then I'll probably never remember to buy it. So it's like, yeah, well, I remember, I'll pay it. I'll just pay what if the price at the specific time kind of like I can kind of accept it anyway. I'll just take it and oh yeah. I mean like if it's obviously like too expensive at the time, then I will not take it. But for like yeah, this kind of fair for what I got, so like yeah, I'll take it, kind of thing.
I see. Yeah, I'm I got like 6 stacks to build and upgrade for my stay here. I first have to upgrade the double Gundam because I forgot to buy them. Fuck's sake. And then I need to upgrade my school band deck. And then I'm gonna make a Fonina deck. I'm gonna make a Roseberry deck.
Finally.
Yes, I'm gonna make a Fleur Sister deck.
Yes.
And then I also need to upgrade my Tsukuyomi deck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tsukuyomi.
So, yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned it, I never had a Tsukuyomi deck. Maybe I'll have to. Maybe I'll ask you to check it later. If there's anything.
Yeah.
Deal on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Sure. Like you might as well take the chance because everything is cheap here.
Yeah, and like I don't know if because have I told you that I have like a strange relationship with aggro decks? Like
no.
Whenever I played an aggro deck, it is really hard for me to win like in the number of turns that where an aggro deck was supposed to win.
Okay.
So, like when I was building my Ra deck, like the Charles Sphinx deck, it was supposed to win like maybe 10 to 10-3, and then after that it will struggle, right?
Yeah.
It was like Okay, so of course there's an issue of I was still really liking my angel, my divine spirit deck, and then I was like, why do I already enjoy playing with these girls? Why do I need to play with the? Well, I mean, I like them, but I kind of wanted to play with the Angelia Fidget more. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll play it. But yeah, in the end, if even if I win, I would win like maybe turn like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, is this deck supposed to play this long? And I guess
No.
it kind of carries over, right? I think, yeah, in the end, because I really like to play like the long combo decks, like the one that needed like maybe turn 8 to start popping off. So it kind of
Right.
carries
Right.
over to my general playstyle. So I can, even if I play aggro decks, I ended up being quite good at making aggro decks survive to like turn 8 to turn 10, and then die
That's
slowly afterwards. Like my opponent cannot kill me, but I cannot kill my opponent. So I'm just waiting for my resource to finally run out, and my opponent can finally kill me.
that's crazy. That's messed up. That's actually crazy.
Yeah,
That
I feel like
reminds me. I also had to upgrade my ISIS stack as well.
Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah, especially since Red Mantis in the crown is coming.
Yes, finally I can be like the cool kids.
Why
Like,
aren't they reprinting Sengoku Fest? Fuck my life.
yeah, they wouldn't, but they should.
Yeah,
Like,
they
why
should. They
wouldn't
really
they?
should.
Yeah,
Especially since when they were advertising, they literally max out the copies in their deck and everything.
I know, right?
Like, what you're gonna do? You're just gonna wave it in front of us and got this card, you can't use it. Like it's fucking £10 per copy here.
Yeah, I guess we
Ten
have
pounds per
the.
copy, and it's fucking common card.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's actually because for Hong Kong they cut down the stock for all the divas
Ooh.
before BSC 33.
Mm-mm.
So like BSC 23 and all the older ones, they will have no more stock in Hong Kong.
Ah.
Yeah, so like everything will have to follow the prices in Japan,
Mm-mm.
which led to £10 per copy.
That's tough.
Yeah, I mean even Japan is scarce. Like if you follow Japan and it's £10, you know it's scarce.
Yes. Yeah, I think like these days, like the way the prices went up, it's a little bit. Probably the shops are also trying to push it to become like other games, but it's like because our culture is more into. I mean, like we are not really in the culture where we, how to say, we are not really in the culture where we buy expensive cards and then we expect that it will rise in price, right? So basically we just buy what we needed. So like, yeah, if it's too expensive, I'll find something else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
it's a
mean
little.
that can be kind of a case for Japanese one, but certainly not in Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saga. I'm just trying to get everything really.
Yeah, Saga, I think at the start just get everything. I mean like unless you want the really high rarity cards, I think it's like, yeah, you can visibly get everything pretty quickly. I mean, like my collection is not complete, but I think I have a pretty decent size from
Okay.
my, yeah, just opening. I mean, like I opened 4 boxes, and yeah, I think I opened exactly 4 boxes, and yeah, probably some core sets and some tournaments here and there. And I think my collection is somewhat decent. I think I can make almost everything except for maybe Pterosaur.
Hmm.
Almost
Yeah, I
everything.
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can kind of make Fatal Beast right now. I'm just missing God Beast, and then that's about it. Actually, the rest I can actually build. Actually, no, I can't make it Gun Rex either because I sold my deck.
Ah.
I sold my deck to a new player. He was asking me if I'm selling it, so he could start the game. So that's
Yeah.
what I did. and then now he told me he doesn't have enough time to play.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Yeah, like usually it still works out for him because like we used to have like a tournament on every Thursday, but then because that tournament in the card shop is overlapping with Yu-Gi-Oh and Flash of Blood, so like the shop couldn't handle like 3 tournaments at once, so they moved Saga to Monday instead. Yeah, and then this guy's like, well, now I don't get to play.
No. Yeah, that's a little bit too bad. But that's life. That's a little bit can't be helped.
Yeah.
And then speaking of expensive card, right? Like I don't know how they would do it like for the second set, but funnily enough, one of the like when you go to like the third page of TCG player for BSS01, like you will start to see like the cards that are below 10 cents, right?
Yeah.
And actually, wait, why is it gone? Oh wait, so if you have everything priced from high to low, and then on wait, why is it gone? It was there just a few minutes ago and now it's gone. But basically, the soul core token that you get from the packs, it is currently priced at 8 cents per card, which is it's on the third page, so it's still more expensive than most than probably like 30 other cards that are actually that you actually put inside your deck, like Panthen, Firefish, like the Magic Swordsman Dragonaga, and Hippocampo, and the Flying Fish.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, and the core token is actually more expensive than the soul core token. Yeah, which like you need more of the core token, so I guess that's fair. Oh my god, why do I suddenly got the memory of someone trying to create the core cards? Like, how far would you go to try to flip this thing up? You create the core cards. Like,
oh yeah, I saw that as well, yeah.
Like, how far do you think, like, in the future, like, if by some sort of trickery, we all thought like, yeah, maybe we'll just burn all our token cores, and then now there's only like 1,000 core cards left in this world, so it's worth like maybe $120 each for the grade 10. Like, what are the chances? Can you imagine a world like that, Ayu? Do we really need to go that far? People. Yeah. People blinded by money.
That's just humans in general.
Well, I mean, like, there's no guarantee that they're blinded by money, but I mean, like, they might just really like it and they just want to preserve their first course. It's kind of an overkill, right? Although, yeah, if you guys are one of you were one of the guys who just wanted to preserve it and you thought that it made sense, yeah, just let us know. Tell us your story. Yeah. We want to know like what is your thought process in doing so. It's like, especially since we both come from and like mostly battle spirits, right? So it's like it is not really a card game where you collect stuff. So I mean, like, especially stuff that are not that is artificially meant to be rare, like the secrets. So yeah, it's kind of like yeah, for us it's probably a little bit harder to understand that. And like even with Vanguard, the prices is still also a little bit erratic. Like, do nostalgia really play any part? I mean, like, I have some Dragonic Overlord that I really love, but I mean, like, it's not going to be on the level of Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? Probably not now. And like with how many Technic Overlord they are printing to this day, probably it's going to take a real while, to say the least. But yeah, anyway, you are now escaping to the place where there is AC during the summer. I wish I could do that. Like, why didn't I thought of that? I mean, like, I did spend a little bit too much on the diva. I mean, like, we have established that by now. I think I wasn't able to answer your question earlier because I think I bought some secrets along with my order, so it's like, so it's the price is a little bit skewed. There's, I think I paid more than what only the playset costs. So yeah, let's see how much I actually spent for the D-Pass. But anyway, I have this, I think you did saw it when you came here, right? But I have like this piggy bank. Well, it's not a big shaped piggy bank, but it's like a piggy bank where there's a meter that says like this, basically a piggy bank that was supposed to save you enough money to go on a trip. And then on the last meter, it says world travel. So I know that this is just a cheap piggy bank that I bought like of a corner store. But if in the off chance that this money is actually enough to fund like a trip back to Indonesia, that would be nice. I miss my home. I mean, like, of course, like, I mean, like, I enjoy living in Germany, but yeah, 4 years without seeing your own home, it's a little bit, tough. I realized, like, although I've been in Jakarta for like 7 years, I always go home like at least once a year. So it's like, yeah, now going from that to like not going home at all for 7 years, it's for 4 years, sorry. I've only been here for 4 years.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, that 7 years was really magical. Jakarta was like, I mean, like, it's really tough city, but it's, I mean, like, once you get used to it, it's a pretty nice city to live in. Like, I mean, like, what we have talked about in the beginning.
No,
like, within your reach, there's something that you would like. Especially if your hobby is food. there should be like, I think like now basically like every district of Jakarta is trying to establish their own kind of like food market. Like there's always something that you can find, like for example, like my favorite one of my favorites is the Block M. That is like the Japanese quarter, basically. Like it's a small like Japantown where there is one complex of buildings, and they just have lots of like good Japanese restaurants there, like their own brand, and but it's like the nice stuff. Although to be well, like you can find like the good ones, the chain store ones in the malls, but it's like, yeah, if you want to go for something that's a little bit more unique but still pretty authentic, then that's your place to go. And then if you want to go to the Chinese Chinese stuff, yeah, it's a little bit scattered, but the north is probably the one that is the north, so Pluit area is probably the most it basically has the most variation. Like it has the highest concentration of various Chinese cultures that are available in Indonesia. And let's see what else. I mean, like I live in the west, right? So it's mostly like the cool kid stuff. Like basically like the new kinds of restaurants. There's lots of those fake do you like there's a fake wagyu. Because for once it's basically what they call like the Maltic beef. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the breed of the. I don't. Yeah, I think it's developed in Australia. I forgot whether the beef is actually like probably descendant of the Japanese cow or not. But basically, how they do the Maltic is, they took the fat from the fatty parts and then they kind of inject it artificially into the less fatty parts. So even like the less fatty beef could have a pretty acceptable marblings, especially for people who are not well versed in beef. And then in the end, it doesn't even matter because in Indonesia for the longest time the beef quality was pretty bad. So most of our people are not comfortable with eating something that is less than well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they
I think
eat
it's
well done.
yeah they eat their steak well done.
Bruh, how do you even eat that?
Yeah, it's a little bit sad, but yeah, I mean like given like previously if you eat because most of our beef are grass fed, right? So the meats are really tough. So I think it's a matter of one it's preference because I think in most people's mind beef that are not cooked long enough means it's going to be tough. And then like of course there's also a concern of yeah, is it safe to eat now? And it's still bloody inside. Is it safe to eat?
It's actually like no, it's actually not blood in there.
Yeah, it's not. I mean like it's just like if you are not used to eating meat, then it's like you see red, you think blood kind of thing, right?
I mean, yeah, fair.
Mm-mm. But yeah, it's
Interesting. Yeah, actually, no. Talking about beef, like
mm-mm,
a few days ago, because like I have to clear my fridge because
mm-mm,
I'll be away for like 2 months, so I
mm-mm,
need to finish my butter.
mm-mm,
And my friend suggested me that like oh then you can use the butter to cook your beef, like
mm-mm,
you know pan fry a steak or something like. Yes, I'll do that. I literally like scoop a whole spoon of butter and throw in the pan. But anyway, so
mm-mm,
the first time I made this steak, I was done, and then like I was like, and then I only throw it into there like 5 to 10 minutes like that.
mm-mm.
And then and I ate like 1/4 of it, and it's like actually this might be a bit too raw. Yeah. So I mean, I'm fine right now. So like, I mean, to be fair, it was properly fine. Like with beef, you can technically eat completely raw as well. Like when people
Mm-mm,
say rare, it doesn't actually mean raw.
mm-mm,
It's still a little bit cooked.
mm-mm,
And yeah, I think but like rarer than that is called blue rare,
mm-mm.
and that's when it starts to get dangerous. So
Okay.
actually, yeah. So that's I think my steak was like a blue rare or something like that.
Oh
Cause
my god.
like cause like the inside was legit like still a little bit shiny, squishy, you know,
Mm.
stuff like that. Yeah, and then I guess I threw it back on the pan, and
Mm-mm.
then and I think I think I actually made like uh, a little bit too much over medium.
Ah.
so so it got completely dry instead.
Mm-mm. Oh well.
Yeah, and then like the next day I had steak again.
Mm-mm.
At that time I think I made it like medium,
Mm-mm.
like or maybe just a little bit of a medium rare.
Mm-mm.
That was like perfect. But yeah.
Yeah, I think if we cook the steak at home, it's a little bit hard. So I was like, I just accepted. I will probably eat this medium. I wouldn't expect myself to be able to cook this medium rare. I think my skill is not there yet. But then probably next time, since last time you had the luxury to try, like the at one point it was the world's number one dish, so the beef rendang. It's like the beef dry curry.
Okay.
Next time I will probably try to make you the food of my region since Padang is not my region, right? Obviously, like it's in North Indonesia. I'm in South. Like I will introduce you to my culture next. So, there's this thing called because I think with my culture, basically what we do is we marinate everything and then we deep fry it, even with beef.
Nice. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that actually sounds nice.
Yeah. Actually, if you use like the meaty part, like maybe not too meaty, but yeah, just the parts where it is slightly fatty. So like yesterday I used like the rib. Yeah, the rib part, right? I think the rib part can work here. So basically just boil it until the meaty part is not tough. And then marinate it, slice it really thinly, fry it until it's to your liking. So you can either make it a little bit soft or you can make it crispy. Both of them, I think both of them has their own charm. I actually like the one that is a little bit crispy, so the one that is actually like it has passed congratulations. But yeah, that is probably why it's like for me it's a little bit doesn't make sense. Like if you make an effort to make a steak and then you just make it into well done, like why do you have to do this to a dish that is supposed to be like emphasize the juiciness of the beef? Like there's this other dish that doesn't require the beef to be like fatty at all. It will absorb all the seasonings, and it will have like this nice crispiness and nice saltiness from all the seasonings. Like why don't we just go into that direction?
Well,
Yeah, and
it's
then there's the
people.
roast beef. And then there's the
That's
roast beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It sounds nice.
Yeah, actually, like I kind of wanted to eat roast beef, but it's kind of like hard to get. I think like some like German supermarkets like sells like the frozen version, but I wasn't really sure like if I can just chuck it in the oven and call it a day, because it's like whenever I see like the recipe, it's like yeah, it's kind of like steak. The process looks simple, but there's always like those subtle things that if you did not pay attention to it, then it's going to suck, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
the
Just cooking is just hard.
yeah,
I can't be bothered to learn.
yeah. It's just yeah. I think like that's why I can pick up cooking as a hobby. It's more like yeah, I don't want to feel pressured about getting everything right, but eventually I think I will remember enough to make it to know what makes what edible and what makes it inedible.
Yeah. I can't be bothered to do that because like I'm living alone. I won't even be able to cook for anyone. You at least you have roommates to do that. Like I literally won't have anything to cook for anyone. So like I can't buy too much. So like when the recipe just goes use this spice, use that spice. It's like no, I can't. I'm gonna be buying like a whole jar, which I'm not gonna finish it in like even like a year or something like that.
I know.
So at the end, I went to Japanese cuisine with soy sauce, melon, and rice wine.
Yes.
Perfect.
Or you can do like the European European copium version. Yeah, I think
Copium version.
I mean, like I use like just the cheapest wine I can find in the supermarket. Although to be fair, like the cheapest wine in the supermarket was like maybe €1.5, and like an imported sake that is meant for cooking is probably €3. So I was like, I think I am saving for nothing here. Like I could have just spent a little more and I can get like the actual, maybe not the good stuff, but the stuff that people actually use for cooking. That's something that students get to try to cope with their depression. I mean, it's €1.5 for a box of 1 liter of wine. So like, Yeah, it's probably it's probably not something you buy to drink normally to enjoy.
Sure, yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, it's so funny. Like I finished using the rice wine one day,
Mm-mm.
and then and then I decided because the others can't read Japanese,
Mm-mm.
I took a picture and I posted on the group chat. I
Mm-mm.
finished this whole bottle of wine, and then they was like, "Wow, wow, you actually did it! Wow!" And I was like, "No, it's for cooking."
Oh, you should have waited a little bit longer.
But yeah, that happened.
Yeah. And like imagine, right, like making a whole pot of ramen and using like 0% water, just all sake. Yeah, I think it wouldn't taste nice, but yeah, just imagine. Just imagine it first. But I think that's also why I really came to appreciate like all the frozen stuff. Of course, it's not as healthy, but at least uh, it cuts down lots of stuff that you will usually need to do, and yeah, it kind of gets the job done. Especially like what I think during a previous episode with Nicholas, I think I professed my love. Like I finally like decided like what is my favorite food, which is ayam geprek, which is basically after a series of bastardization. So basically, like the original food was supposed to be like the marinated deep fried naked chicken, and then you just mix it with chili, and then you crush it into the chili. So geprek means to crush something. So basically you crush the meat into the chili, and then now each part of the meat is covered in the chili. Yeah, I believe that is like the original version, but like eventually it went to Jakarta, it became really popular, so people kind of want to improve it to set themselves apart. Some of them like want to make it a little bit easier. Uh, some of them want to give it charm to people who actually don't eat spicy stuff. I think one of the evolution is to either instead of using like the normal marinated naked chicken, they uses just breaded chicken. And
Okay.
then the fun part is like usually like the good places they still kind of crush the chicken into the chili, even though they use the breaded bonus chicken. But some places just doesn't bother, so they just give you like the chicken as is, and then they put the chili on top.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but
Scam.
so yeah, basically, when I am lazy, I just go to the super. If I really wanted to do that, uh, I really wanted to eat. I really miss that experience. I know that I cannot because of lots of things that goes into it. I can't really replicate it at my home. I can replicate the taste, but I can replicate somewhat of the experience by going to the German supermarket, buying the chicken schnitzel, which is just chicken breaded with German breadcrumbs. Like there's also the mini schnitzel, which is cut into smaller chunks. Or yeah, basically just schnitzel in general. Sometimes when I like sometimes there's when you want to have a craving, like chicken pork is all going to inside my stomach anyway. And then I go to the Asian market near my house. They were selling like this handmade Vietnamese sambal. So it's like sambal is basically just a mixture of chili and lots of stuff. And we usually use it kind of like salsa or sauce, right? And then I don't know if it's same with salsa. I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah, basically we in Indonesia we kind of use it like a sauce. So you kind of took a little bit of the chili with the meat and then eat it.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. So basically I just bought the schnitzel, cook it, and then you put the sambal on top, and then now I have like the bastardized, simplified version of the ayam geprek. I mean, like there used to be like this group of students who sell ayam geprek online. I think they sell it for like €3 per box, which is cheap
Okay.
enough. I think like for a novelty food. And then no, for a novelty food, it's really cheap. Cause I mean like we have went to the ramen restaurant, right? And I think you heard like Abobia complain like, yeah, the ramen here is like twice the price in Japan. It's like, well, I mean, this is not Japan. So it's like the best that you can do without going to the country. I like without going to the country. I think it's without. Yeah, I mean like even compared to Indonesia, admittedly, probably it's still even cheaper in Indonesia. But even in Indonesia, I feel like the ramen was a little bit pricier than Japan. So I think that's kind of like the foreign food tax, right?
Yeah.
There's I mean like foreign foods are bound to be more expensive one way or another. Like I find like even like the local Asian food, like some, I mean like they are not the best. They are definitely not Asian food. They are something that is developed by the Asians that are living here, and it kind of evolves on its own always, right? Like those kind of things. But yeah, I mean like sometimes they have their own charm that I just wanted to eat like this fried rice with what is your fried rice with breaded chicken that is like 80% batter and 10% chicken and 10% something else that I don't know, maybe air.
No, I can't. I can't take like 80% batter. That's just shit. It's just shit, man.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like sometimes there's a part of me that just
like that reminds me. That reminds me of all those onion rings that like 90% of the time they're like all the onion rings.
Yeah.
It's like 90% batter.
Oh yeah.
And I could barely taste the onion.
Yeah.
Like I would look into it, it's like, is there even onion in there?
The onion is melted into the nothingness. And I wish now that I've cut myself from the Asian food thing, but I think like generally like the Asian food, like the price is a little bit higher, like compared to all other street food. Although they are equally a German food like any other, but it's like, okay, so I can buy like this big box of fried rice for like €7, or I can go to the doner kebab there for €5 to €6, and I can it is on the same deliciousness level, but this one fills me up more, and it has vegetables that are not fried, so I feel slightly less guilty about eating it. Although I know they are both horrible to my health, but yeah. It's always like there's this one layer of pricing that makes me like, whenever I want to get the Asian food, it's like, no. Also maybe because it's just I also know that what they call the Asian food is just what we eat at home, so basically just rice, some sort of stir-fried vegetables, and probably just some sort of cooked meat. It's like you probably can't really replicate everything, but like the components is something that we always had anyway, so it's like paying for something that you are going to cook at home anyway. Whereas for doner, maybe it's for other people, it's more common for them, so it's like something they kind of eat every day. I don't think there are people who eat doner every day, but yeah. Maybe there is. I mean, like,
there probably is.
Yeah, I mean, like, to the point where they just have their own doner setup at home and cook I mean, like, they have their own doner setup at home and they just grill it. So basically, whenever they want to eat, they just turn on the grill, rotate it, and just cut the charred meat. Like, yeah, I don't think like people who have like the frozen doner at home is probably there. I think there are people who will be like that, but I don't think there will be too many people who have their own tuner setup at home, like have their own tuner grill and just rotate it every time they want to eat tuner. I think that's a little bit too far. Although if you are one of those person, props to you. I would love to visit your house and just eat like just one plate of tuner with you. Hint. Hinting. Oh my goodness. Where did we go wrong? We shouldn't have left Asia, is it?
Well.
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 That's a tough question to answer, but yeah. Anyway.
Cry.
Yeah. Just try to retrace, like, where did we go wrong? Is it when I hit my head when I was born? Yeah. In the end, don't know why I suddenly opened like my browser and I got my attention back to like the PSC35 stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice to see like some cards are still holding value. The Stray Opa, it's pretty versatile now. So since they did oversell the Sengoku Fest and they did not have it in the greatest record, I suspect that at probably this year or next year they will probably do another premium Diva collection.
Yeah, but at that point it'll be too late. I would have bought my 3 copies already. Why would I still need more?
Well, I meant to get the new Diva players, but yeah,
they should have They should have done it now, so that people would buy BSC40. I don't know why it's only one slot, and then like they decided not to put it in. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, now that they mention it, that it's probably a missed opportunity. Probably they really wanted this. They can't think of other stuff to put in, and then they just bang in. Okay, so if they just bang on. Okay, so if we put Sengoku Fest main stage in this set, probably people will buy it regardless.
That's the thing. There's also Lakshmi in the set. Who the heck needs Lakshmi right now?
Yes.
They literally just print it for waifu value.
Yes.
So like, what? It's like, okay, if you're going to print Lakshmi, you can print Sengoku Fest. You literally have no excuses.
Yeah. I mean, like, with blue, what else do you need? I think that's too much, because blue is like a combo color, like, so it's like, yeah, I want this, I want that. It's like always one bit of pieces and of everything, but it's like Lakshmi is not that little bit of pieces of everything that usually you would want to get from like the old blue cards, right? Like, because it's part of an established deck, so it's like, yeah, probably I wouldn't use this in other places. Like, would you just make a fighting spirit deck and put Lakshmi inside? Like, it's not a WBS deck, it's just a fighting spirit deck.
No, they literally reprinted Lakshmi because they have Ultraman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so obvious. It's just for waifu packs. But like this, like they were like, I want to print Lakshmi. But what reason do we give? Tap, slap, Ultraman support. Let's go.
But the Ultramans are all new generations, right? So they have red symbols, right?
Well, no.
Huh?
No, they don't just support. They don't support. Oh, they're literally printing the whole blue deck. Have you
yeah. You mean the premium Bandai one?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that I also missed that one.
Even the new cards in PC, not all of them are just for red.
Yeah.
And even if they are, like, either the reduction symbols are treated as blue, or they can literally summon out for free. So it doesn't matter.
True. I mean, like the only thing that I find that doesn't have blue reduction is only the new Blazer.
Yeah, but you can
But
summon
if,
up for
even
free.
then, like if your new generation is destroyed, it can be summoned at no cost. So yeah, I guess it still works. But yeah, now that you mentioned that, I kind of miss. I think because of work and also my misplaced expectation. I think I missed the deadline for everything that I wanted to order. So it's like yeah. Well, I'll just need to live with it and cry with the. I'll just wipe my tears with the money that I now have for not spending it on the premium Monday stuff. Well, how sad it is to have money and not premium Ultraman deck. Sad, total sad. Uh, but yeah, I think like I mean like you have got your own income, right? Like how does it feel like when you first transform from a student to someone who just had I mean like who were I mean like when you get your first income from getting like maybe like some kind of pocket money to actually like okay, now I have all this money that I need to manage by myself, and then yeah, suddenly after cutting down on all the nice stuff that our parents usually get for us, like a healthy balanced diet, uh or a proper or a proper shelter holding up in our soapbox apartment, and then now suddenly we have this extra money that we don't know what to do. Like yeah, how was it for you?
I mean, it's not like I'm earning a lot, so
Mm-mm.
I'm still like saving them and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm not gonna be like, yay, I'm earning money now, buffet every day. I don't
Yay.
do that. I don't do
nah. I
that.
mean, like, it's not that.
We
I
don't
mean,
do
like,
that here.
it wouldn't be to that level. I mean, like, but yeah, it's more like now that you have like a certain amount of allowance, and then now just have income that are disposable, right? So like, I think with pocket money, the idea is okay. So if you wanted to buy something special, then you will have to kind of sacrifice something. So like, okay, so I will not have lunch at school today, but I will be able to buy a booster pack by the end of this week, kind of thing. But I think with the disposable income, it's more like, okay, so I've paid for my rent, I've paid for my food, I've saved some money, and then now I have some cash that is just lying there. Or do you, or do you not believe in disposable income and invested everything in your trust fund?
What?
I don't know. I mean, like there are people who are just like, yeah, I don't need any entertainment, so I'll just invest everything.
Uh, yeah. I literally just spend on Saga
Uh,
and Wise was for now,
True.
which is still a lot of money spending. So
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, like yeah, back then, yeah, when, but I think your first disposable income will I probably come from the UK, right? Because I think, yeah, I mean, like when I started working, I think, yeah, what did I spend them on? I think I just spend them on martabak to make sure that I did not go crazy from the small room. I think that's why in the end, when I left my job, I spent almost half of my salary in rent because it's just after some time living in a really small and close space, just doesn't feel good. And then like there's a big change of plan, so I was pretty pushed to get like a room right away. So yeah, in the end, I paid a room that is probably over my budget, but it's like the one that I can readily get within 1 week or 2 weeks, and then which is still quite much acceptable. Although in the end, I still got the press. It's if I ever go back to Jakarta for a long period of time, like for a remote work, so maybe like if I get the job in a company that has remote work and they allow me to like, okay, so you can go. I mean, like if it's okay for you to work outside of Germany, then maybe during the summer I'll go to Indonesia to like my apartment in Jakarta and just work from there with my air conditioning. And I'll go to Yoshinoya and Ipudo after work. Invite buy like just go to the Yoshinoya and then buy like their shitty €1 chicken with rice just to make myself feel like okay, I'm eating at the Yoshinoya. Maybe on the weekends I'll get the beef bowl.
I mean, I don't usually crave for any food, so I actually never had that experience.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because I'm not the kind that's I'm not the kind that's like try to sacrifice myself in other things. Like, if I can't have it, I just don't. Then something like that.
Yeah, I mean housing is a little bit hard in. Yeah, I think it's in Hong Kong. It's also a little bit of an issue, right? Like getting like a proper housing.
Yeah.
I think in Jakarta, you will either need to choose to go like outside of Jakarta, which then will add into your time cost. If you need to go, I mean, like if I work, now that I mentioned that if I work remote, then I can just work outside of Jakarta, then I probably can get a large enough room that will then make me go crazy for a pretty decent amount. But in Jakarta, probably with what I can afford, I will probably only be afford to live in like the small shoebox apartment that maybe for 2 weeks I will feel okay for in that, but after 3 months probably I will just I want to go back to Germany now for like fuck this. I can handle the heat. I can handle only living with a fan for the next 3 months, and then suddenly one day everything just got cold and I am done with the fever for 2 weeks, but I am okay with that. Rather than living in this wall. Because my last apartment, it was like 18 meters square, and then the toilet kind of cuts through there. And then because I don't have any money left to buy bed, I just ask my relatives like if they have any extra bed that they don't need. Like one of my aunt actually kindly gave me her extra bed, but it was a queen bed. So basically,
wow,
it took up like 60% of my room. So like, yeah. And then because I wanted to be able to use the room for work as well, right? Like, so basically just to do like small recordings, like everyday computing and everything. I bought a short desk, so I can just sit on my bed, and then I can just use the bed the desk from my bed. And then that desk, of course, it's took another 10% of my room, so there's like maybe 30%. And then the funny thing is they have a balcony, right? But what like usually in an apartment, why would like what purpose you would want to have a balcony for? It's probably going to be to hang your clothes, right?
Yeah.
And then like every day, almost every day, they will have like this announcement like at a set point of time, reminding you, dear valued tenants, please do not put anything in your terrace. It will be dangerous, so we would like you to refrain from doing that. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then it's like, I don't know if it's because I have a studio room, but the balcony is small enough as it is. Like, I think the most that I can do is to kind of like go there, stand and enjoy the wind or something. But it's the main floor. even if after I close the door and turn off my AC, sometimes the wind is way too strong for its own good, and I still feel way too chilled. I felt like I was in a fridge or something. And yeah, then the view is basically the mall, so it's like, yeah, I can look at the mall's garden from up there, or I can I can stand up, wear my wear my clothes and go to the mall garden and walk inside the mall garden. Like it's literally just 5 minutes away from the mall, so it's like, yeah. Could have just gone to the mall directly. Like, why am I looking at it from this height? And also it's scary, right? For what it is, I think like the apartment is still on the with how the housing market goes, it's still on the lower end of things. So I was like, if I lean on my rails on my terrace, like, will this terrace holds? It's like those kind of scary thought, right? And then like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's also probably only 1 meter high, so it's like I always have this fear of like, what if I what if I was leaning and then I want to stand up and I slip up and then I just free fall onto the first floor. Yeah, those kind of scary thought. Good thing I now live on the first floor, so I don't need to fear about that anymore. Except probably that one time where I need to break into my own room. No, break into my own house. For reasons. But yeah, anyway. I guess I will try to stop being jealous and wish that you can enjoy your holiday in your hometown, Ayumu. You deserve it. But yeah, if you like to tell us your story, ask us any questions about TCG or life in general, you can send us all your stories, your questions to our email at therefreshsteppodcast at gmail.com. And yeah, I guess that's before it gets any more depressing than this. I guess that has been everything from us, and yeah, how to suddenly I am still trying to recover from this, that I forgot my own outro. But yeah, we hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next turn. Bye bye.
Bye bye.